Welcome to Keeping the Magic, the podcast, a space for open, authentic conversations that guide us home to our true selves and to our magic within. Let's begin. Welcome everyone, and today I am so happy to welcome Pallavi from Asmi Wellness. Pallavi, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting. I'm really glad finally here.
Yes, we did. I must say we did have quite a few technical problems before being able to record. So we are very happy to be able to be here. Finally, we made it. Yes. So Pallavi, I'm really happy to have you with us today because we are going to talk about Reiki and what is Reiki and how can we kind of like either understand the meaning of Reiki, but also how can we use it in our life and why would we use it in our life? So I will introduce you to everybody and then we can get into the subject together. So Pallavi, you are a Reiki master and teacher and the heart behind Asmi Wellness. You help people heal from within and live in alignment with who they truly are. Your work bridges science, energy, and self-mastery to create sustainable inner change. And that is just, just reading it resonates within so much. To live in alignment and to reconnect with who we truly are. And I think that says quite a lot about Reiki and what it can bring in our lives and to our general well-being. So Pallavi, you do actually Reiki courses, so you can teach. You can actually teach to someone else about Reiki, so from beginners to more advanced.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. And so you also offer sessions, like for example, if I wanted to have a Reiki session, I could like contact you and like basically book a session online. Like, can I do that?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'm looking forward to be able to get into the questions.
Yes.
How can we do that from a distance?
I know. It's a big
I love it. Wonderful. And you also do Akashic soul reading. So that I didn't know, and I was also very interested. So basically Akashic soul reading is it discovering about our past lives or Wow. Okay. So for example, if there's something maybe that you would need to maybe understand in this lifetime or learn from or maybe evolve from, could we is that something that we could do? Like, oh, I have this, like, for example, I feel this blockage and I feel that I can't advance in my life for a certain reason. Would going back to a past life where maybe that was shown or something happened, or is that correct or not so much?
If you have a problem, it's usually for some reason. So we can find out, is it because of something that happened over this life, the present life, or past lives on earth. Sometimes I've noticed that certain things don't make sense. Like I have always had this longing for being at home, and nowhere on earth I feel at home. So when I went into my galactic records, I found out, oh, why is it so? Nothing really satisfies me, and there are certain elements on planet Earth that really attract me. And then I added that together, I figured out why I feel this hollow. And once you know why you have it, then the healing is easier. So the messages of healing comes around. And me, it was more about making Earth the home, so connecting more with Earth so that I have that connection. And once you start working on it in a reading, there would be a healing as well.
That's really amazing because I wasn't aware of that. It sounds really
fascinating.
Fascinating. Exactly. It is fascinating. And sometimes just becoming aware, knowing something, having in a way a piece of information can really just unlock something within and can really help you, like, oh, now it makes sense. Like kind of connect the dots that sometimes, they're just not connected. And sometimes no matter, how much you are into well-being or self-development or knowing how to go within, for example, sometimes you still don't kind of find the answers, or it just doesn't sometimes make sense, or it's hard to connect the dots. And
Yes.
yeah, those elements, pieces of information through sessions can really help you, yeah, sometimes like jump leap to a version of yourself, like, finally.
Sometimes it's just the awareness. For quite often, the healing starts with awareness, just knowing why it is in your life. Even it could be a nightmare, or certain behavior of yours.
Mm-hmm.
There's no apparent reason to, you know, be in a certain way. But when we go in the past, we realize, now it makes sense. And then you just ease out a bit, and there's a more of acceptance that comes with it.
If there is a moment where it feels overwhelming or too much, we just have to listen to that. And
Yeah.
then we can just take the steps to maybe take a step back. If it isn't breath or work, then it will be, okay, well, I'm going to, slow down and maybe come back to a normal breath and just let my, so really listening to how, in a way, letting go of control, but knowing that we have all the tools.
True. That's the same worry sometimes people have for Reiki as well, because you don't know what is Reiki, and people feel, oh, how would I really feel afterwards? Would I be all over my place? Would I start seeing certain things? And even in the session, as a protocol, we always say that any point in time you feel that it's too much, is bringing up something emotionally, usually, that
Yeah.
you're not liking, you can just ask, you just ask us, open your eyes and say that that's it. And the Reiki sessions are done, you're fully clothed. So any point in time, you can open your eyes, and for that matter, you can receive Reiki even with eyes open. It's just that when you shut off a sense, you perceive it better, not really receive better, but perceive it better, that what's really happening. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yes, it's just, yeah, exactly. When we have the boundaries, we have the guidelines, we know, and we can trust ourselves. And obviously, when we are in the hands of a practitioner that we trust and we feel connected to, I think that's important to feel connected. Yeah, that's just all we need. It's just like the safety and the boundaries to be able to feel comfortable and basically just let go and relax and open up and let go of, yeah, of all the maybe tension or guardedness that we may have in our everyday lives. So yeah, I think it's a really wonderful way. So Pallavi, you are a Reiki master and practitioner. So um, maybe could you explain briefly what Reiki is?
Okay. So we'll start with the name,
Yeah,
Reiki. It's a Japanese name, and it has got two parts, Rei and Ki. And Ki is something I think quite a lot of us are familiar. Ki means life force, Chi, prana. That's what the Ki stands for.
right.
But Reiki is not the life force that we have. It has got a Rei part in it. Rei means omnipresent, intelligent, which is not bound by this 3D world. That is what the Rei means. So, a type of life force energy which can go beyond space and time, which has its own intelligence, and it has a high vibration. That is what Reiki is, really, by the definition. And if you had to explain in a scientific way, um, it's a very high frequency energy, which has the potential to elevate your energetic level. And whether it's a physical body, because even at the physical level, at atomic level, we are nothing but energy. We are made up of
Yeah.
atoms, and atoms have neutrons, electrons, protons, and the nucleus in the center, which is potent energy. So at that level as well, we are all energy. So we are physical body, energetic body, which is our prana body. And the third is, obviously there are five, but if we just stick to three important ones, the physical, the energy body, and the emotional body, the
Mm-hmm.
emotions, the feelings, these three are so important for our day-to-day life. So when the energy comes, imagine this high boost of energy getting into your 13 trillion cells. That's what our human body is, I think, has, or maybe more than that. And then your energy body and your emotional body. So when this high surge energy comes, every cell receives this extra energy. So it's like your battery was low
Ah,
on battery. Your phone was low on battery, and somebody put an additional, what do you call it, the power bank,
yeah, yeah,
or
yes. The
somebody plugged
charger.
in
Yeah, yeah,
to your
yeah.
socket. So
Wow.
that is what Reiki would do. So you, as a practitioner, you act as a medium, like a charger, get the electricity, the Reiki, and then it's up to the device, the person receiving, to receive as much as they want. Once this is full, it's not going to pick up more, and you're not getting the energy from the charger. It's coming from the charger, just a medium. So it's the electricity which is really coming in, and when that comes, your brightness of the phone will go up, your functions will start working, your audio will get better. That's what it does.
Right. Okay. That's really important because there is, we do have this like false idea, received idea where Reiki is using the energy that we have. So working on our
Hmm.
life force energy that we have, that we all have, which is unique to us. So it's not using our force energy. It's you are basically, you channel the intelligence energy through you, and you kind
Hmm.
of in a way offer it to the person having the session, or you pass it
Yeah. So
to the
uh, yeah, energy healing can be of different type. Reiki is a type of energy healing. In certain energy healing, I know that you build your own life force through various practices. I can expand my energetic field and then go near somebody who's perhaps a bit low on it. Then obviously, from high to low, the energy will flow. So that's a different type of healing. So
right.
then, in that case, you will feel completed. But in Reiki, you are just acting as a medium. The most important thing is grounding ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
like the sockets that we have, there's a earthing pin, right? So whenever there is a influx of electrons, more or less, there is a earthing pin which goes deep down into earth. So then the system stays fine. So as a
Right.
practitioner, if I can ground myself and set the intention right, I never ever say that something would get cured for you, for example,
Right. Right.
because then I stay out. My only job is to be a medium and allow Reiki to do its job. I don't know why somebody would have XYZ illness or why they're feeling in a certain way. There's a karmic
Mm-hmm.
lesson, there's something they need to learn. So you stay
Yes.
out of it. So you don't meddle with their karma
Right.
and their karmic debt or whatever. You just act as a medium and give the intention to the energy that whatever is for their greatest good
Yes.
and their healing, whatever needs to
Yes.
be done, wherever Reiki needs to go, we just ask Reiki to go. So you stay
Yeah.
out of it completely, just a medium. Having said that, it's a good practice not to give Reiki to others when you yourself are unwell.
Right.
Because when the Reiki energy comes, you know how much it's going to come for other person. And if your physical body is not feeling well, you
Okay.
might feel a bit dizzy, etc.
Right, right. So yeah, really important that when you offer those sessions, you know that when you can or cannot do it. Yeah, yeah. To listen to that, yeah. And I do feel it is very important again, like if I were like new to Reiki and I wanted to do a session, to know that yes, you are a
Mm.
medium and basically you just channel. But there is no,
Yeah.
as you said, there is no, in a way, link or passing energies between two individuals. Um, as you said, it's really just a medium, and you are channeling, so the other person can basically just receive it. So you
That's
learn,
why
obviously.
also to have a consent. If I'm sending you a signal, we are all connected on this giant Wi-Fi network. That's why we are able to send Reiki across space and time. So you and I, we have an agreement that I will be sending you Reiki, right? So you are also tuning into that intention that, I would be sending you Reiki. So you are reciprocative. So when that information comes to your device, you are expecting it. But if you're not given me consent, you don't have the software needed to receive it, or you don't recognize my device. It's like
Mm,
pairing our devices,
yeah,
and then it would say, "Oh, who's this?" No, and you
yeah,
would reject it. So we
yes.
never without a consent.
Yes. And that, yeah, that is like, I love that because anything, like, even if you think of like going to see an osteopath, if you are going in a way against your will, which you would never do, because if you go, obviously you want to have the session and be treated, but um you go because you're willing, and you go because you give your consent, and you want to be treated and you want to feel better. So I guess yes, that is very important, the intention of yes, I want to receive, I want this, and I open the channels and I'm open to receiving. So yeah, it's yeah, I really love that. And so, for our listeners, what would be the reasons, for example, to have a Reiki session, or and what would be the benefits, for example? What can be the benefits from having a session? So maybe let's start with the
So
reasons, like
Reiki,
why could we, like, for example, want a Reiki session?
the list is long, whether it's a physical health benefit or an emotional health benefit,
Mm,
or in terms of emotional, even just a matter of regulating yourself. So that could be the two reasons. And the third bit interesting is maybe you want to send Reiki to a past version of yourself, something that you're trying to heal from the past, or something that's going to come up in the future and you have a bit of anxiety around it. You can also send Reiki to that. So, health wise, physical, emotional, spiritual, past, present, future, and it's not limited to the body. You can give Reiki to water, food, your plants,
mm,
anything you can think of, your money, your credit card, your debit cards, because see, everything is made up of energy, right?
yeah,
And with you have this extra boost of energy, a universal intelligent life force in your hands. You can just infuse anything with it and put the right intention and it will flourish. So whether it's some kind of a pain or aches in your body, or emotionally you're feeling low, um, or you have a certain anxiety around a future event, you can give that. So a lot of people give Reiki to the airplane. They have anxiety
ah,
around it. You can also, in the current time, whenever you feel helpless, the
right,
current war situation, right? Sitting here, we are exposed to so much news. We
yeah,
are not meant to consume
mm,
everything, right? But with technology, we do get it, alerts, news, social media, it's all flooded. And all that we do is just worry, feel sad, right? And obviously, at our level, we can't really change anything much. But if you can channelize Reiki, you can send Reiki to the world events, the situations, that's another aspect to it. You can send healing to Earth. I just had this idea that if everybody comes together, there was a bit of research done that I think in the US, I'm forgetting what was the year, but I think thousands of people meditated at the same time for an
yeah,
hour, and that
yes,
had an impact on a lot of other things. So imagine if you could just even visualizing that you
mm,
have a light coming in your body, and then doing the same for Earth or people who are out there. That's
yes.
another thing. So there's really nothing you can't give Reiki. I think my motto is, if you don't know what to do, just give Reiki to yourself or to the place or situation or people.
Yes, yes. I guess that I love that because it's actually something, um, when, for example, I meditate or uh, obviously I meditate for myself first, for my inner well-being and for coming home to myself and to feeling that peace and to raise my frequency. But I also want to raise my frequency for my own well-being, but also because I know that by raising, each of us raising our frequencies, we participate to the collective, to the frequency of the
Yeah,
collective energy and just the collective. And um, by doing so, when things feel very heavy, or as you said, with things going on in the world and the news, and um, uh, by elevating our state of being and the way we feel or vibrate, that it really does participate collectively and in the world, um, by elevating and I think helping others who yeah, who may need it to feel some kind of lightness or something that feels a bit less heavy and feel, okay, it's a bit less heavy, it's a bit less hard today. Um, so yeah, I really, yeah, that's something that for me is very, there is no doubt, let's say. And I love that we can all do it, and there are many ways that we can do it. But for example, if we don't know at all and we're completely maybe new, or not even new, but just like, oh, I would love to, for myself, maybe to feel more energetic, to feel more alive, to feel more healthy, to feel more yes, that aliveness, as we said, that the aliveness within, and feel more, have that more maybe higher energy and life force within, that it can be, there are tools, and there are helpers, and there are guides like you who can help you access that when we don't know, which is really beautiful.
Yep.
And so yeah, as you said, so those would be the reasons, and the benefits, well, obviously are, it's just a long list of the benefits of Reiki. I actually had this, I had one Reiki session a while ago, and it was one of my friends who was actually learning at the time, and she said, do you mind if like I, in a way, kind of not test, but like, can we do a session together? And I was like, oh no, with pleasure, like I've always wanted to do one. And I can remember at the time that I had this kind of cough. I had this like cough that I wasn't feeling too great for like a week, and it was getting like really bad, in the sense that I had a lot of mucus and it was heavy and I couldn't get rid of it. So I have the session, and I was almost thinking, well, if this continues, I'm going to have to go and see the doctor. Like, it's not going away. Like, I have too much in my chest. It's too, it's not, I'm too congested, whatever. I have the session. Literally the next day, I notice, I literally, like, I'm like, what? Like, I was coughing still, but I would say half of the problem I was having was gone. And the second day, I was better. And I was like, what? This
Yeah.
is really strange, like the coincidence. And my friend asked me, like, she said, so how have you been feeling? Have you noticed any difference? And I was like, well, I've noticed a huge difference. It's like, I was really sick. I was coughing. Like, I had all this mucus. I couldn't get rid of it. It was like heavy on my chest. And I was going to see a doctor. And I had the session, and within 2 days, it literally disappeared. I was like, what? So that was really amazing. It was really amazing.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
my
not
energy
sad.
levels, yeah, my energy levels, I felt also was slowly like getting, yeah, like more balanced. And I felt really, it wasn't like, not like the cough that literally disappeared within 2 days, but then my energy then was slowly getting better, and I was feeling more, yeah, just more aligned, more centered. It was really amazing.
Yeah, look, everything happens in the emotional layer first, right? So you having cough must be something you're not able to speak up to somebody, something, or some kind of feeling of not just being able to speak your truth could be one of it, right? So, or the stickiness around
Yeah.
something or
Hmm.
somebody. And so when the Reiki came, it cleared the energy body or emotional body, and that had an impact on your physical body. So quite often things manifest on the subtle realm first, and then they take form in the physical. So that's why maybe it took 2 days for the cough to go away, but you felt energy levels going up right
Hmm.
away.
Yes, it was really amazing, really amazing. Very, yeah, almost magical, in the sense where, like, because even if I had taken medication, it would have taken longer,
Mm,
because basically you're
yeah.
trying to heal
That's
the
fine.
symptom or the
I used
consequence,
to
as
have
you said. Sorry.
Yeah, I used to have cough. I was saying I used to have chronic throat infections. You know,
Yeah.
every season change, I would fall sick, and once you get a sore throat, you know what's coming: cold, cough for a couple of weeks. It just lingers on,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's been. I think ever since I learned Reiki, not fallen sick. Having said that, even if I feel that my nose is gonna, I'm gonna have a runny nose, I'm feeling something, I just go on doing Reiki couple of times a day and it's gone. So the period becomes very short, the recovery period, and no need to take any medicines ever, really. I'm not
Wow.
saying that you shouldn't take medicines, but I don't need to. I
Yeah,
don't
you
feel the
try,
need. I
yeah.
allow my body to.
Yeah, you try that first, and then obviously, if you feel that you would need a complement and really have medication, you would do it. But you try that first, yeah, definitely. That's wonderful. Wow. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I really love that. I do, and the fact that you brought up the emotional is so true. Like, for example, that cough definitely was linked to something emotional, to a situation, to someone probably. And so it's really amazing to see how the emotion causes symptoms or even sickness within the body when it's not taken care of, when we don't, yeah, just basically take care of it. Yeah, it creates,
Yeah.
and that's also where um I do talk also about when we suppress emotions for too many years, for example, it really does create sickness and sometimes really troubling health issues that can become even, quite even quite life-threatening sometimes, like cancer. Or so it is so important to be aware of our emotions and to be able to uh, express them, feel them. And again, if we don't know how, which is fine, because it can seem complicated when we're not into wellness, or if we don't have the training, or if you don't have, in a way, the gifts, because I do believe that there's also gifts that we have naturally, depending on, yeah, who we are.
Mm.
We all have gifts, but we have certain gifts specifically to us. And when we don't have that, yeah, again, to look up practitioners, to search for those things. And Reiki is an amazing way to look after those emotions, or maybe blockages that have been there for many years, or um, yeah, and maybe understanding why you have chronic pain, for example. Like if you have a chronic back pain, why?
I think you mentioned one important thing that it just brings me to my attention, that you don't really need to have any kind of healing ability. Um, Once we establish that, and once we establish why we have a certain problem and take accountability for it, that, it's all about us all the time.
Hmm.
Nobody else causes anything. It's just us. Either we
Yeah.
are hanging on to something, letting go certain emotions because, sometimes we like that version of us, to feel it in a certain way. Or it's just very hard to let go of people or forgive people sometimes. And I'm
Mm,
saying people quite often, situation or people. But having that awareness and then taking accountability for it is the first step of healing.
right.
Your video just, yeah. So I think the easiest thing one can do, and this always works, you don't need to be a Reiki practitioner for that, but
Right.
just visualizing a beautiful white light in coming entering through your crown, something like you have a spotlight on you, a
Okay.
beautiful as bright as white light that you can visualize. And then with your eyes closed, with your breath, you take that light in, and then you can just feel that the entire body of yours, the physical body and the auric field, is just turning white. And you would notice that when you do breath work, right, you would be very good at it. So when you're using your breath and you're taking your breath at various places of your body, there would be certain body parts which you're not able to, take the
Yeah.
breath in. So
Yeah.
you take little longer for breaths and then it comes off. So when you focus on it, your awareness goes to it. So you can use your breath, you can use that white light, flushing that thing
Mhm.
out, and then just do that. So, it's a beautiful exercise. You can try it. Think of a,
Oh, yeah.
scan your body where you have the pain, and then bring that white light, you know, just like a laser beam, put the white light there, and then visualize maybe that disintegrating, the pain point, the block disintegrating, and then any residue going through your feet into Mother Earth, and it just say a grateful, thankful prayer as well. So that would also be a healing,
Ah,
but obviously the accountability and the awareness is the first step, that you
right.
perhaps cause, although not intentionally, but you've also played a part in it, and
Mm,
you have the full power to let go of this and heal yourself, whatever that may be. And it may take certain repetitions, but everybody can do this. The light
right.
healing, just visualization, light, and combine it with the breath.
Oh, I love that. I love that because that really combines something that I wanted to ask you is, can we do it for ourselves? And what simple tool could we use, for example, if we wanted to try, or yeah, kind of grasp the meaning and understanding of Reiki and what it, and if we can do it on ourselves. And that's really beautiful, especially with the visualization of
That's
the
a
light. Yeah.
So that's
Mm.
light visualization. And when you use your breath, you're using your prana, your chi, right? So that's one. And for children, I do this for children. I think I did post a video on it that,
Yeah.
you can just feel your energy field. So when you rub it or you shake your hands, and I do it with my children and their friends, and they're fascinated. They think they're magicians. So you do that, and then you will there see we have an energetic field which is beyond the physical form that you see, and then you can build on it. And once you build it, and you can put intention that this energy will heal me, whatever. So now you take that ball and then take it wherever you want. So if you have headache, you take it here, hold it here. And again, you don't need to touch, because when you touch, that's fine. You're doing a physical contact. But even
Yeah.
if you stay at a certain distance, that's your energy field that's going to
Mm.
absorb, just like Reiki. So this is not Reiki, but this is key, your universal life force. Of course, with your breath as well, Charlotte. I think when there comes a stage, first is obviously you regulate your breath, but there comes a stage wherein you build up on your prana by holding the breath, right? So that's another way of building chi in you. And
Yeah.
again, with your breath, you can get chi wherever you want. And this ball that we created, you can
Yes.
actually send it to anybody as well. With the intention that maybe right now XYZ needs it, or a world situation, a world woman needs it. So you put the intention, may somebody heal through this, and then you take it, and with the intention, you throw.
Oh, I
And
love
then
it.
visualize that ball breathing there. Even the
Wow.
light visualization, you can, you get the light in you, and then you
Yeah.
cleared yourself, first step. And now you get thousands and millions of light bars entering, say, earth, and then going deep into earth, and then again maybe mother earth sending it back, because she's so pleased, she's going to send the light back. And you can visualize the light coming back and going to countries, places, situation. And the way
Mm.
you visualize yourself under a white light, you can visualize world leaders who need to have some kind of a heart right now.
A
So maybe
heart
they
right now,
receiving it,
exactly.
people in need receiving it, and their energy elevating. Now this is for the greatest good. Again, you say that for the greatest good of all, this is what
Yes.
you're doing. So
Yes.
I think there are a few things we can do. Often it
Yeah.
doesn't come to our mind, we get so caught up in worrying.
Yes.
So blessing, sending prayer, doing this visualization, playing with your energy field are some of the things you can do.
Oh, I love that. And I'm definitely going to remember and do with my children for sure. I love that. Because children just love learning those kind of things. As you said, they think it's like magic, and yeah, and what wonderful kind of like little hints and tools that we're giving them even for later to be more interested and like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Pallavi. This was beautiful. I don't know if there's something that you wanted to add. Do you feel like you would like to add or not? Um, I will definitely in the post and in our podcast I will mention your website so people can find you if they want to book a session. So you have a website, and is there another way we can
I
contact you?
website also has a WhatsApp icon. I
Okay.
wanted to say something to add
Yeah.
around. Obviously, Reiki sessions are is one way of receiving Reiki, and in the UK, I can only speak from the UK perspective. It's a complementary healthcare service. So even for cancer patients, NHS recommends that you can go and receive Reiki sessions that helps you cope with the treatment as well. So Reiki
Mm,
session is one part. uh, I would love to give Reiki session, but I believe in self empowerment. So I am a big champion of learning Reiki, the beginner level. The level one is something in person you can learn in 2 days. Online, there's a certain type of Reiki, holy fire Reiki, that can be taught over 1 day, and everybody learns. As I said, we all have the channels.
right.
Reiki attunement or initiation will open up that channel for you, and everybody can do it. And I wish at least there's one person in each family who can, do Reiki, channelize Reiki, and then I just feel the world will be different. So Reiki session, yes, but if you feel, you can
Call
spare a
to.
weekend or one day, learn beginner level. It is wonderful. And if you learn second level, that lets you send Reiki across space and time. So you can send Reiki to anybody. I can sit here and send it to somebody in, say, in the US, and put the intention that they receive it when they go to bed. So we are not bound by time zones as well.
Wow.
So there's just unlimited use of Reiki, and learning Reiki is as simple as just sitting through a course. It's not a reading, it's a kind of an initiation.
Yes, it opens new channels
Yeah.
that we were unaware of. And when we open channels or doorways, it opens opportunities and new possibilities in life and new capabilities also that come with it. So definitely, yeah, very empowering. and yeah, so we can, just with level 1 already, we can do that. We can
Yeah.
we can do that just with level 1. We don't have to do, like, for example, the 3 levels.
No. So level 1 is for beginners to learn to
Right.
channelize. So there's a bit of a theory, understand what energy is, how to channelize. Then we practice a lot. And again, it can be online, in person as well. Level 2 gives you, now there are symbols in levels. Level 1 is beginner. Say for everybody, I have taught from a 10-year-old to a 72-year-old. So
Right.
everybody learn.
Right.
And again, language is not a barrier, etc. Right? It's just the intention that matters. So level 1 beginner, you want to take one step forward. Now you want a little more tools to send Reiki to distant, increase the flow of energy, etc. Then you'll do level 2. Also in the UK, if you want to practice professionally,
Right.
or let's suppose you're a yoga teacher, and maybe when you facilitate your end of your session, you want to give Reiki to everybody. So then,
Right.
and if you advertise it that way, then you need to do level 2, because
Right.
we talk about how professional conduct, code of conduct, what to do, what not to do, etc. So
Okay.
that's level 2. And then level 3 is for master level. So again, there's another symbol that you get attuned to, and additional tool, really, toolkit.
Okay.
More tools you're adding into your tool.
Okay.
And then you can also teach. So being able to do what you've learned in level 1 and level 2, you can do that in level 3. But level 1, basic, everybody can
Right.
learn.
For
And
everybody.
one Reiki has no contraindications. So there is not a single situation when you can't give Reiki, or an element you can't give Reiki.
My message
That.
would be, do a Reiki session and then learn level 1 for yourself. Yeah, I would recommend that to everyone, to experience it and to see how you feel afterwards, and to learn it for yourself, so we can all basically just raise our vibration and yeah, just elevate our state of being, of awareness, of vibration. Yeah, I also believe that it would definitely change a lot on earth if we all did it. So yeah, I really love this talk, and I'm definitely going to think about it now. For sure. So yeah, thank you so much, Pallavi. Thank you.
Thank you, Shah.
And
Thank you.
thank you for your sharings and your wisdom. It was beautiful. And yes, and thank you to everyone listening.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you for giving the opportunity. It was lovely to see you finally live and connect with you and your audience. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're so
Namaste.
welcome.
Thank you.
Namaste. Lots of love.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to Keeping the Magic, the podcast. You can listen to more episodes now on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Trust your potential within. Lots of love.